All right, guys. So we're back on the stream here, and we're gonna get a score update also. Um, that Jose made the second attempt at the 8 ball. So the tight rack is
Is
gonna be at two.
two. He's on the hill at this moment.
And he's on the hill. 2-1.
2-1.
Tight rack. Team scores even up at 2.
Carolyn, who won that last rack? Amanda won it. So the score on table 3 right now is 1-1. Race to 3.
Excuse me. Oh, boy. I got to go to work tomorrow. I'm not ready for that.
Dude, get some coffee. Stop yawning.
I don't really drink coffee. Coffee's not really my thing.
Get a Red Bull.
I don't like Red Bull.
Would you like a beer then?
No, I'm good. I'm trying to behave myself today. I would like some sushi. All right, guys. Actually, I'm gonna go get some water. I'm gonna step off for a little bit. I'm gonna leave Brian and George here because they'll be hanging out and keeping you guys company. And I'll be back in a little bit. I need to get some water.
Have fun.
Yeah, we're having a good time. Okay.
We're still on, George.
Yeah, you guys are still on.
All right, Brian. So what's going on right now? Just trying to catch up on some social media on my phone over here.
So like, I just updated everyone on table 3. It's a race to 3 with Amanda and George. George is at the table. The score is 1-1. Right now, tight rack with Jose leading 2-1. He's on the hill over Mike. So Mike's shooting at the 11 ball right now. Just made it in bottom left corner.
So let's say after he goes, is that the 10 ball that he's aiming for right now?
Yeah, that's the 10.
How would you play this afterwards, knowing that your balls are all the way over there by that rail?
Yeah, you just have to pocket the ball. I mean, at that juncture, because here you have a combo. You can make this combo where you're making the 9 into the 14.
But difficult, right?
It's difficult, but it's a.
Oh wow.
Oh wow, he followed that through nicely.
Would you consider?
I don't think that was planned. I think he
Yeah.
was trying to pocket the 14 and not the 9, but he got that nice little roll.
Hey, at times, I guess an APA shots can help you out.
Yep, any pocket anywhere.
There you go.
So,
Hey.
but yeah, honestly, that's what I probably would have done. I probably would have played that combo, open up my balls if I didn't make anything, and then if as you've seen where he left the cue ball, his opponent and everything, Jose wouldn't have had that many options to take at that moment. So that's exactly what I probably would have done. I would have pocketed the 10 and played that combo just to open things up.
Definitely. And then after that, basically try to get a good defensive shot. That way he has something to leave you with afterwards.
Exactly.
All right. And that's the thing about me playing pool. I always learn while watching others, and then as well seeing what I can do in my match.
That's the best way to do it. You know, I've learned from some of the best in here. John Tribbiani, he was on my team for a while. I learned from him. He's a phenomenal shooter. I've watched Abby a lot. And everything. Scott Simonetti, I learned a lot from him. Ray Boogie Green, I'm on his Tuesday night team. I've been learning a lot from him, but even previous to that, I learned a lot from him. So just picking things up like that, I've learned and everything. So
definitely. And all right, so let's just say your mentality throughout one rack is it if I'm having a bad night just shooting, do you still have that offensive thought?
Oh yeah, always.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Even if you're missing a shot that you would normally make.
Yeah, I still go for offensive shots. I don't back down from if I'm having a bad night or even if my opponents are having a bad night. What I'll do is I'll play strategically and everything. I'll still play my offensive shots, but I'll try to leave him long every time if he's having trouble making shots. So that's the my thought process through it.
Your plan of action, definitely,
Yeah.
Brian. So now let's just say if all right, if you're having a great night and something bad happens, as if let's say you pocket the 8 ball early in the match when you weren't intending to do so.
Done that plenty of times, brother.
Does that throw you off your
No.
game, or you still stay focused and knowing what you need to do?
Look, I'll put myself in the situation yesterday. All right, we were playing in the losers bracket. I played my match and everything. I went down to the 8 ball. The 8 ball was sitting in the corner pocket. I hit the ball lightly. The cue ball came down, hit the 8. The 8 ball rattled. I gave her the match. Nicole took the 8 ball, sank it, put her up 1-0 against me. And then the next rack, I played a beautiful shot, a long shot on a 2 in the corner pocket. Came down 3 rails, put myself straight on the 8 in the corner pocket, and I rattled the ball. So
it's so unfortunate, man.
Unfortunate. Now she's up 2-0 against me. Now she's on the hill. She needs 1 rack.
Wow.
So I ended up coming back, winning 3 straight racks against her and everything. The next rack after that, I ran it out in 1 inning and everything. So just to put it in the mindset, I didn't let it get to me. You can't. You just have to, lose it. Just lose that last shot. Just block it out of your memory. You can bring it back afterwards, but you just got to keep, fire along. Just concentrate on the next shot. Especially in this high stake, pressure situation. You just got to forget what happened in the last shot. Good or bad, because you're at the mercy of the table. Really, you're not even at the mercy of your own game and your own shot. You're at the mercy of the table because, some tables I've been out to Vegas a couple times. I've had the tables not be level out there. So you have to deal with the table, the way it sits and the way it is. So you have to. Like here, sometimes the tables run fast. Sometimes they run slow. One rail could be dead. The other one could be, perfect. Or there might be a little lean in the table because the table's not leveled. It's anything. You have to play the table. That's even if you're in a bar league. Most tables aren't perfect. So you're not going to have, you have to play the table. So that's the best thing you have to do. You have to play the table.
I like the fact that you mentioned that because that's the first time I ever heard somebody say that you have to play the table because you can't let the table play you.
Exactly.
If you get complacent and thinking that the shots you always want to go and make that you usually make in pressure situations like this, might not happen for you. Just like the last shooter right now, he just had a couple shots on that 15, and it did not pocket.
It did not pocket. So
it's giving the other opponent a chance to come back. But the fact is, the pressure is on both of them. So simple shots like that you would usually make during league nights, you don't make today because you don't take that little bit of extra time to adjust.
Yeah, and also too, a lot of times during league play, you're more relaxed.
Exactly.
This is amping up your blood pressure and everything. Your heart's beating a little bit faster than it would be on a
regular league night.
Regular league night.
Now, let me ask you, Brian, a quick question. What frustrates you more during a tournament? Is it when you don't pocket anything on a break, or on a shot that you normally make 90% of the time and it doesn't drop?
Probably more the fact that a makeable shot, like I said yesterday, I rattled 2 8-ball shots that I normally wouldn't rattle.
Yeah.
And everything. So that would frustrate me a little bit more. But like I said, in this situation, you can't let it rattle you. You can't let it get to your head, because once you get into your head, I see it. It spirals you, and you go downhill, and everything. So you might end up losing the game because you let an easy shot get into your head. And that was a nice kick shot to hit his ball to, instead of giving him ball in hand. So
definitely, man. That's a lifesaver for the rack right there, because you're up 5 balls on your opponent. So
exactly,
if he gets a chance of ball in hand, he can do some damage to at least make the game a little more crunch.
Exactly, and it's also too you didn't break out any of his balls. You didn't move them, so he has a tighter run out. Now he still has to sit here and figure out which way he's gonna go to run this out. But here I would play defense. Honestly, I wouldn't probably take this there. See, nope, it's a ball in hand for his opponent.
Yeah.
Because nothing hit the rail.
I think he could have probably had a better chance spotting, kind of moving the 2 out of there, because he had the 1-3 open.
No, I would have played on the 4. I would have hit the 4 towards the pocket, and I would have left the cue ball lined up with his 3 balls that were together and behind the 8. He still would have had a kick at this 12 ball. That's exactly what I would have done, and everything. But he had a similar idea, but he didn't execute it by hitting it hard. He had to hit that too hard to execute that.
And I think that the one thing that some shooters probably forget is that I learned this just this weekend over the Gold Cup, is that if you're gonna miss good enough that you don't give your opponent the leverage of a shot.
Yeah.
So look at it. If you do end up missing, do you end up giving him an opportunity to take a shot on his own? So definitely that's something I look at.
Yeah.
If I know I'm gonna miss, I'm gonna make sure you don't get a chance at pocketing your ball.
He just missed that wide.
He definitely
I don't
rushed that.
I don't know what he was aiming at. I know he was trying to go for the corner, but he was at least 5 inches off of that corner.
So what do you believe in this opportunity that he has right now? That can he pocket at least 3 balls here?
Honestly, I wouldn't even touch this 3. The 3 is blocking that corner. So
would you go defense again?
Yeah, I'd definitely go defense.
So 2 ball again?
I hit the 2 ball or even the 1 ball and try to skin the 1 ball and try to hide the cue ball behind the 4 from here. It's a slight little,
But how do you feel good about leaving one of your own balls on the rail?
It doesn't bother me, because if you get ball in hand, you still can get that ball off the rail.
But now let's think negative. What if you don't get that ball in hand and you gotta go for that ball and it's frozen for some reason?
Rail shots aren't the end of the world.
Yeah.
If you take a calculation on most of your shots, most of your shots are close to the rail and everything. They're considered a rail shot and everything. Even though, if you look at it right now, that 3 ball is considered a rail shot. The 2 ball is considered a rail shot. So you're looking at almost 80% of your time you have a rail shot on the table. So
definitely.
you can't look at it as, if it's on the rail, but most of you can consider it, even being 3-4 inches off the rail, it's still considered a rail shot, because it's right there. It's down. You have to ride it down the rail either way.
Definitely, man.
So he tried to play defense again here. I think he left them wide open for the shot right in the corner. and if he hits this easy enough, he can come back down table 48 in the corner where he's standing.
Got it. So question, a question, because I like to learn about the game. I have a whole lot more to learn about. That definitely gives him a chance. But Brian, a question is, in a situation like that, let's say had he not had a good look at a clean look at the 10, how crucial are kickbacks to make sure you get a contact on your ball to hit another rail? Like how do you think that plays in your mind when you're going looking at it like?
It's always crucial because if your ball, none of your object balls hit the rail and the cue ball doesn't hit the rail either, you're giving your opponent ball in hand, so it's giving them more leverage against you. So it does play in effect that if I hit this too soft and everything, and it doesn't pocket, and you leave it dead center in the pocket, and your cue ball never hit the rail, you're still giving them the ball in hand, but your ball's in the pocket. But even still, it's still giving them the leverage. Even with ball in hand, and they still have, say, 3-4 balls on the table, they still have the option. You don't. You know, that's the thing. You're turning the leave over. And especially if you shooting a higher skill level or that, you're putting your match and everything into their hands. And if they're able to run balls, you know, which a lot of these guys will and everything, you can lose. Even with one ball on the table, or even if you're on the 8 ball and have the 8 ball left and they have 4 balls on the table. I've seen guys lose because of that too, by just missing, you know, a safety, or missing just where, you know, the ball just, you know, slightly hits the 8 and comes up, and, you know, you miss it, or you rattle the 8. You know, it's there. You know, you're giving your opponent this option to do this, where he just played safe, or an unsuccessful safe, but gives his opponent a tough cut shot here in the top left-hand corner, or a tough bank shot. He can't reverse bank it because the 5 ball is in the way.
And unfortunately, he can't even play a defensive shot because 2 balls are in the same pocket area.
And the 3 ball, if he tries to play the defense, the up table, the 3 balls sitting close to the pocket, which makeable, because all you have to do is hit it, bring the cue ball back across the table for the 1 ball in the corner.
So let me ask you, Brian, out of your years of experience and what you've seen being played or has been played, did you ever see somebody try something as risky as maybe probably right now banking that 10 and putting it on their 1 and leaving the cue ball out?
Yeah, I've watched some like like he just tried to reverse bank that to put it you know, on his ball and everything, because it is a smart play though. It's a very smart play, because now you have to him make the decision. Do I make the 3 and try to break out the 110, or do I miss the 3 and make him break it back out? Definitely. So it's a chess match. Pool is very
it's chess,
similar
basically
to chess, because you need, you know, especially with 8 ball, you have more balls on the table. You're not going in order with not like 9 balls. See, here, that's all you have to do is roll.
Shot.
Nice shot. Roll it forward. Now he has a nice angle where he can, you know, pocket his 5 ball and then come up table for the nice and easy up table for the 8 ball in the same pocket.
Now, what if, let's say, it went not the way he was planning it? Would you try to play the 8 to the side pocket?
Yeah, you can. It gives you options. See, right there. All right. So if he pocket the ball. Now he has a couple options. He can bank it in cross side, or he can cut it into the side pocket from there. You know, if he didn't get high enough, but he didn't get, like I said, he didn't get high enough and everything. But fortunately, he missed the shot.
Definitely. So let me ask you, how come sometimes like us pool players, we look at the 8 ball as a distraction. So when we know we got to make an important, crucial shot to set up to the 8, we stay thinking about first the 8 before the shot we have to make.
Oh, because because you want to get that perfect leave. That's what it is. You want to get the perfect leave.
And
Like you look right now, if you look at the 8 where it sits, all right.
yeah,
You any like where I look at it, see now that was perfect. And everything
came up short, but it was a good
No,
shot.
actually, I like this with this nice little angle and everything.
Where would you play that 8 ball right now? The
Right
same-
where he
that
put
pocket
right.
that he aimed?
Yep, right where he's putting it.
What
right in the
English
top
would you put on the cue ball?
None.
None. All right.
If anything, it depends on the angle at this moment. If he's gonna end up scratching in the side, I probably put bottom right on it, and you have to adjust also hitting the 8 ball into the pocket by using the right.
So what do you think the percentages would be right now at
See,
that
he's
angle?
going bottom right. See it? He's going bottom right, so you can. He doesn't go off. See,
See
if
that?
he hit that straight
Yeah.
and everything, he would have scratched.
Pretty much a 50-50 on the scratch.
I would say more like
More
90,
more high?
90-10. If he didn't hit bottom on that, if he stayed straight, it would have went right
Straight
into.
cue ball straight into the
Yep.
pocket.
It would've
We'll
been-
be racking up again
Yep.
for the next round. All right.
No,
Well, next rack.
yeah, it would have been Jose would have definitely put the match back into Hill.
Okay. So if that ball is not frozen as they are looking right now,
Yeah, exactly.
how would you play this as being the one shooting for the 10?
Me, what I probably do is if it's not frozen, I would just tap the. I would just tap the right now the 12 ball. You know, either way, you can hit it on the left side to send the cue ball to the top left hand corner, and it still gives them. You know, now Anthony Narducci's on the table checking to see if there's a light going down between the rail and the ball to find out if it's frozen. If they're looking at it this hard, I think it's frozen. I mean, Anthony's pointing that there's a light going through it, looks like. But, you know.
So, like, I've seen a couple YouTube videos, like the Mosconi Cup, you know, USA against Europe.
Yep.
And they use a blue felt on their pool table.
Yeah.
How come? Why not the green? You know, why not keep it the same color as most tables? Because people that play snooker, they play as well on the green.
You know, I mean, yeah.
What's the difference there?
I don't know. It could be the style of the felt, not the color. It could be the material of the felt and everything. It could run faster, or you get more action off the felt with the cue ball, with the English and the draws, the jumps, and everything. So you have to look at the factor of that, because there's, you know, so many different styles of felts out there.
Got it. I thought when I saw different colors, I figured it maybe just be, you know, because it's a special event, why not change the felt color?
That's a possibility too.
All right.
You know, I mean, I've seen red felt, I've seen tan, green, yellow, I've seen pink.
Now, have you ever played on, like, I seen it in Facebook videos that there's now these like tech pool tables where like
I haven't played on one. I really want to, but I have played on a glass table.
glass table.
Yeah.
I saw one that had like a laser, like it was like
it
a
shows you
directed
exactly
of
where
you're
the
gonna
cue
shoot.
ball's
Yeah.
gonna come off and everything.
Pretty crazy that
You
they
know.
invent these type of things. Now, I mean, I would take it as like a practice. You know, if you could have if you could have the money to afford that and
Yep.
practice off of it, hey man.
So he's playing another defense here and everything, making him shoot off the rail for a long shot up in the bottom left-hand corner here.
Nice.
You know, that's a smart play. Putting them on the rail and everything, it's tough to come off the rail because you can miscue
Yeah.
and everything. So, he's looking to go inside.
But I think that be maybe
See,
the last decision to make, because a straight would leave him with the cue.
on the
Off.
opposite side of the 12 ball. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
off
is a
shot.
smart play. Going in the side, yeah.
You
I was taught not to skip a pocket.
Yeah.
You
Play
know,
play the pocket closest to the
play
to
the
the eight
pocket
ball, right?
to close to the 8 ball. But in this situation, by doing that, would leave the cue ball on the opposite side of the table, so it gives your opponent the shot on the 10 ball, and you don't want to do that. This is a smart play. If you miss it and everything, you still leave him no shot and everything.
There you go.
Unfortunately, he didn't hit it straight enough. He rattled the
Yeah.
8 ball in the corner.
Rattled out
But even still, he left this guy,
with a defensive shot.
you know, left him a bank shot here or a safe. But
Definitely safe. If you know that
yeah,
your opponent has
oh,
the
yeah,
8 ball, you would
the 8
not want
ball's
to
on
play
the
no
rail.
bank
Yeah,
shot.
I definitely would have played this here. So he could do it right back to him right now. All he has to do is just tap the 8 and then leave the cue ball on the rail. That's all he has to do.
Now, Brian, the thing is that I see sometimes the people here or anywhere from what I've seen is that they like to play it too safe. My way of playing is I like to take a risk when I feel like it's gonna be beneficial. Like
Yeah.
in the situation where before he shot the 8,
Yeah.
where the 8 was, had he hit that 10 a little harder, he probably would have left it open in front of a pocket.
Exactly.
You know?
But me,
then-
what I would have done too is I would have played the 12 back into this pocket where the 8 was, reverse
Yeah.
and everything,
Take away the pocket.
just to try to take away the pocket.
Definitely.
But Jose played a great save. He hit the 8, bring the 8 back out, and ran the cue ball down the table. And
Yeah.
everything. Now he's looking at this. Oh wow, he almost made that.
Unfortunate that happened. See, had he done that risk, that taking that risk, like I would in my match, I would do that. So I would just leave that pocket out somewhere open, but leaving the cue ball with no chance for that 8 to go in.
Yeah, exactly. But
Would have been a
now,
different scenario right there.
you know, what Jose did before was perfect because he popped the 8 back out off the rail, and now he has a perfect shot to put it in the corner. Yep. Now he went up.
Yep. He had the right idea, which the wrong person.
That was it. That was match. It went. It's 4-2 now. 2-4 for Tight Rack. Tight Rack is up, and then we're going back to 0-0 for the match to find out who they're putting up, and we're going from there. To update you guys back on table 3, Amanda just tied it back up. It's 2-2. They're both on the hill. So right now, Banks for Nothing's up 2-1 against Black and Rocks. So if George wins this rack, it'll put him at a 3-3 tie. If not, it puts Banks for Nothing up 4-2.
It's like a car.
So George is over there shooting on high ball. He just almost scratched on a side shot, which is practical on side shots like that. If you don't look at it carefully, you can always scratch in the corner pocket when you come off your object ball. He just played a beautiful reverse bank, but he did miss it. Leaves Amanda with a couple shots, straight shot. It looks like Jason is coming onto the table. Against Dave. I'll get their last names for you in a second. It's Jason Blanchard. He's a 7. Against David Arnold, which is a 6. So it's going to be a 5-4 race. Jason's going to need 5 5, and Dave's going to need 4. Jason just won the lag. Jason's going to be breaking for tight racks. George is a little frustrated on table 3. He didn't get the leave he wanted after his shot. Now he has a tough shot on his 14 or his 15. While we wait for Dave to do his spinning act, racking the balls. Amanda's back on the table. Jason's about to break. Jason has a nice break, opened up the table nicely, but unfortunately didn't make anything on the break. Amanda just missed a long shot on the 3.
So Brian, let's say on the table that we're watching right now on TV, if you're the team that's right now down, like what kind of words of encouragement do you give your next shooter, no matter what their rank skill level is? What do you advise them?
Just go out and shoot your game. That's all you can really do is tell them to, shoot confidently and just, and go from there. I just got a text message from Mike Strasburg. Everything. He told me $20 on Jason to win. So if anyone wants to take bets and everything on this match, Mike's willing to gamble.
Now, let's say if you're the captain of a team, do you want a player that would gamble?
I'm actually a captain of my Thursday night team. So
all right. So you're a captain, but your shooter, would you want him to be a gambler or a safety shooter?
Like I said, I'm a gambler, so I gamble a lot in my matches. I'll take risky shots, but I told you I'm more offensive minded than defensive minded. I've watched defensive players. Everyone knows Mike Strasburg is a very big defensive minded person, and it does help his game, but it also can hinder his game too because he thinks more defensively than offensively, and then sometimes can get him in trouble. Because you're always thinking about defense more than your offense, and then you forget about your offense that way.
Yeah.
So, yes, I do play defense when it's necessary. I do play, but I don't play it often. I'm not about it.
Got you. But now my question, Brian, is if your team, would you rather have more risk takers on your team or more safety shooters on your team?
It's well balanced.
It's well balanced. All right.
It's well balanced. Mike, you know what? I will take the bet. I'll put money on Dave just because I like you a little bit and everything, and we have our ups and downs. But yeah, I'll take the bet. You can have Jason. I'll take Dave.
But don't you feel at times, depending on the game being played, do you feel like sometimes, let's say if one opponent is the aggressor and the other one is a defender, at some point in the match or in the rack, or actually the match, because the rack could be a rack, but the match can be either a momentum switch.
Yeah, but I'll put it this way. I've watched Mike shoot a lot. We've actually Mike put himself up against one of my Tuesday night players and everything, and he still hasn't beaten her and everything. He plays his defense, but she plays offense. So sometimes offensive players will beat defensive players.
Hey, Brian, what do we got here? What's the score?
Right now,
0-0, 4-2 on the
yep.
team.
4-2 on the team. Tight rack's up 4. Happy Best is up 2, and it's in the fourth rack at this moment.
If I'm not mistaken, this guy is the captain, right? Or he's somebody.
Yes.
Happy Bastards.
Happy Bastard. Dave is the captain.
Okay.
I think Jason is their co-captain on Kelly's team. And
Okay.
that's who's on the table now. It's a 7 versus 6. It's a 5-4 race. And there's side bets going on who's going to win this match. And you see that's where I was telling you, George, that you see how he rattled that ball and he just got a little, upset. You got to blow that off. You got to get that right out of your head. Yeah, it's a shot that you normally make, but you have to, like I said, you play the table. You have to play the table.
Yeah.
You just have to.
There's a question in the comments. Jennifer wants to know, match comes into play if the match points are tied. Is there somebody that's up like won 3 matches or something in here? Or?
If right now I believe Tyrex has 2 wins.
So
right
if they
now,
win, is it over? Or?
No. It depends on what the score is.
Okay.
If Jason wins 2-1, Happy Bastards have to come back and win 3-0 to tie the score back up.
All right.
But I think if Jason wins, I think Tight Rack actually wins it because they have 3 wins. So it'd be, so right now Dave does have to win over Jason. Because mathematically they would be eliminated because it can only tie 7-7 at the end, but Tight Racks would have the 3 victories. So yeah, Jen, it does come into effect here. So that's why Dave has to shoot his heart out tonight. Yep, see, here's Dave. Smooth shot, nice shot right in the side pocket here. All right, you hear all the clapping in the background. Amanda just put their team up ahead for the 2 right now. And into that. So we'll wait to see who they put up next, and I'll let you know. But Dave,
what's the overall score right now, Brian?
For which one here?
Yeah.
It's Tight Racks 4, Happy Bastards 2.
All right, it's up there.
Yeah, it's up there. And then on the table 3, it's right now Banks for Nothing 4, Black on the Rocks 2.
Okay.
That's on table 3.
All right.
All right, so the first 2 matches went to Banks for Nothing. So they have right now they have the lead in the score and for the tiebreaker at this moment.
Sudden death?
No.
Or is that different?
That's different. They're going to the 3rd rack right now.
Okay.
On table 3. Dave just broke. He made a stripe in the side pocket.
Now this team here, what are their rankings on the table? The gentleman shooting is what?
Dave is a 6
Okay.
right now. Jason that's sitting down is a 7. So it's a 5-4 race.
All right.
And everything. Right now Dave's up 1-0 on him. If you can actually fix that. Happy Bastards 1.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, Happy Bastards 1-0 right now. So yeah, it's a race to 5-4.
It's a race to 4?
No, it's a 5-4 race. Jason needs the one sitting down. He needs 5 matches to Jason's 4.
All right.
I mean Dave's 4.
So, like, Brian, like, when you see a rack that was broken up and everything's on one side of the table, like, what goes to your mind? More defensive shots, or is it more like, if I see something, I'm going to try to open up for more shots?
I mean, me personally, I look to see what I can, pocket first and everything, and then see where I can make my breakouts. To push the balls out of the cluster and everything, so I can get a bigger run. With everything clouded on this side, that's your only option, is really to see what you can pocket to bring back, like Dave just tried to do, to break out his 2 balls right there. But that's what you really have to do, is when everything's clustered on the one side of the table. And I noticed, if you watch the guys break and everything, they break from the side rail because
For more power.
Not even about more power, because where I break from the first diamond and first diamond on the left-hand side.
About a foot in or something?
Yeah, about a foot in.
Yeah.
And, I get a wider break. But when you break from the side...
Simone is
dropping
scratch. On in.
But you break from the side, you're trying to go for the 8-ball.
See, sometimes with a cluster, it's good to make 1 or 2 balls and keep some of your object balls next to the opposite team's balls, because you can actually end up playing safe.
Exactly.
Is there any balls I can use for an example? They're all next to each other.
Yeah, they're all clustered. I mean, even like right there, if you look at the 2-ball and the, I believe that is the 12-ball right there. You can look at that as a safety net, because you can't make this, the 2-ball without getting
I would
the
go
right
sit
position.
behind a 7.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Just because there's no stripes down there.
Yep.
But I don't really play a lot of 8-ball.
Yeah, you're more 9-ball player.
I mean, everything around, I hardly ever see 8.
Yeah.
I like it, though. If you ask me what would I rather play, it's 8.
I mean,
it's more comfortable for me.
Yeah, because what it is too is you have more options. With 9-ball and 10-ball, you have to run them in order and everything. So you had to play more position and everything.
Everything position.
Everything position. Here you really don't have to. Jason just missed on a defensive shot yet.
Ball in hand, no rail.
Ball in hand, no rail. But yeah, so with 8-ball you have more options. You can screw up on a shot and still leave yourself with another shot. You screw up in 9-ball, you're not going to get another shot.
Especially with ball in hand.
Yeah, especially with ball in hand, or you're playing like someone like Abby, or
how about Shane, Mike DeShane, Jason Shaw, Mika Eminen.
Yep.
One of those guys.
Any pros, or even Scott Simonetti too.
Them too, yeah.
Scott, I've watched Scott run racks.
Even my man Tippy, if you're out there, hello.
Tippy. I've watched them for years. Like I was telling Joy, I've been here since 2006.
Yeah.
I started
nice amount of time, yeah.
I started working here.
Yeah.
And everything. I used to be bartender here.
So you got to be a pretty solid player, right?
I'm a 4. Right now, I'm a 4-5. I'm 5 in 9-ball, 4 in 8-ball. But I'm pretty decent. Like I said, I learned from Scotty. I learned from Ray Green. I learned from a lot. Tim Warble. Pat Torelli. There's all these guys that I've watched. And learned from. And I'm learning more every day when on Tuesday nights I play with Ray Green and everything. So I learned from him, watching him shoot.
Brian. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Brian.
No.
There's another Brian on here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got to see Ginky play when I was a young buck.
Yep.
In the Golden Q on Queens Boulevard. From about 8 years old to 13, he's real close friends of my father. You had him, you had Jack the Cop, you had Gypsy, Mark, a whole bunch of them.
I mean, I've actually got tips from the Black Widow.
Yeah, Jeanette.
Jeanette.
Nice person.
Yeah, when I was playing in the city She used to play at Amsterdam Billiards when it was in the Upper West Side.
Yeah.
And everything. So before they moved to the lower West Side and everything now.
I forget who. I think it was Marco. Marco was asking me. I think he was talking about Willie Mosconi and Minnesota Fats.
Yeah.
And he asked me who was the best I seen. And I told him with my own 2 eyes, it was George Kinky Sansushi.
Mm-hmm.
The GOAT to
Yep.
me. Especially as a kid, you know what I mean? His break was phenomenal. Made a ball every time. Gentleman at the table. He was the same way when he left it. He was a real nice guy. Every time I came in, he made sure I shot like 2 racks with him, then he would go play his tournament. Sick. Yeah, it was nice.
Now, I mean, the only guy I've really watched, because I'm not really like into this kind of, you know, I'm not really into the game, but I do it as a hobby. I've watched YouTube videos of
I do too, still.
pool shooters, and Efren Reyes is like
Yeah.
the one man that
Efren
would
Reyes
just like
is,
amaze the hell out of me.
Even to the guys
magician.
I mentioned, he's the GOAT.
You know,
They say that.
Mike Strickland. another
Earl
guy.
Strickland?
Oh, Earl Strickland,
Earl
I'm sorry.
Strickland.
I got it, though.
Yeah.
I understand, brother. Yeah, him too.
Appreciate for the sis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
He was playing out of Steinway not too long ago.
Oh man, so were you there to watch him play?
My father, Upstate Al, does pretty much all the streams. Pretty much all of them.
Nice,
Once in a while, he's not there, but
Got it, man. I mean, it's my first time. I just jumped
Yeah?
on this, so it's like, you know. Just,
Joe.
Hey, nice to meet you, George.
nice to meet you, bro. But yeah,
So I mean, this is entertaining. I mean, definitely pool. I got into it because of the Army. If it wasn't for the Army, I would have never known this. I would have not even tried this. But hey, it's competitive, entertaining,
I mean,
and
not to interrupt, but a couple years ago we did have Efren Reyes here at Castle
man,
shooting people and everything, you know, if you beat them and all that stuff.
he was doing that over here.
Yeah, when they were playing on table 14.
oh man,
All right, let's get back to the match.
All right.
What does he got? The 8 ball left?
Yep, he's trying to coax it down, but even not coaxing it down, he has 2 safety nets here. He has the 3 and the 7 blocking him from scratching in the pocket.
Tony
Yeah.
Iggy says, when I started playing at Castle, Tony Robles was the house pro.
Yes, he was.
Iggy, baby.
And I think Tony right now runs a league,
Predator.
Predator League, out of
It's a,
Amsterdam Billiards.
Predator Pro-Am. Then you
Yep.
got the Predator Amateur.
Yep. And,
Really nice gentleman.
Yeah, Dave just missed his shot, leaving Jason to run 6 balls here.
but like, I
For
mean,
the
just watching him before he even took the shot, it looked like he just went and rushed
He
it
rushed
as if
it.
it was like a tap in.
That's it. He got overconfident and he rushed it.
And that's the problem when good shooters tend to think that it's a simple shot.
Exactly.
No, it's not.
And it's never the easy. I had one man tell me, he was a 4. Tell me one time, the easiest shots are usually the hardest
Ones you
shots
miss.
to make.
Yep, it's the hardest shots to make because
Yeah.
you get overconfident, be like, I got this in the bag,
Yeah. And it rattles out, and then you're looking at it like, why didn't you go in? No, because you were overconfident.
That's exactly what happened to me. Like I said yesterday, I rattled 2 8-ball shots that were dead in, dead straight, and you know, and I just got overconfident and missed them. You know.
That's like when I feel like when I go to shoot, I take a double look. All right, I stop, step off the table, come back again when I know I'm confident enough to know that I'll make it.
You should do a lap around the table and look at your
Oh
options.
yeah, you have to.
I don't know if there's a time limit in an APA league, is there?
Only
They
the
try,
top-
they try to
There
keep,
is, but
they,
there
they,
isn't.
Yeah, they
30
try to
seconds, I
keep it
believe.
under 30 seconds or so. That's a nice defensive play here. You know, put
I think
the 7.
Somebody
Up
should watch
on the
that
8.
shot because there might be a chance that he can just skin that.
Now
in
is the 7
pocket.
frozen.
Even if the 7's frozen, they just gotta watch the shot here anyway because he's gonna.
He's on the 8
Me,
ball.
what I would do here, I would just tap the 8. I wouldn't even try to take this shot.
You would tap the 8?
I would just tap the 8, leave the cue ball right on top of the 8 right now, because he still has to make his 7. He's got to touch his 7 to break it out.
But hold on. I think
Me?
we're thinking opposite because the guy shooting the ball is trying to make the 8. Cause
Yeah,
he's on
exactly.
The 8.
That's what I'm saying. I would just touch the 8 right now. Just touch the 8.
So do you
to put
believe
it
he
to
has
the-
a chance to make it?
I would
See,
put the 8 on the rail.
in the APA league, if you call your pocket, right, and you use the other team's object ball to make it, does it count?
Yeah, if you hit the
I'm
8
going
first,
all in.
As long as you hit the 8 first.
if you hit the 8 first, it does, and it goes into the pocket that you marked, it's a victory.
Call me in, coach. I'm going in.
So
I mean, the other guy
It
will
looks
look
like
at
it
you-
got the angle,
yeah,
too.
The other guy will look at you like, come on, really? You can't lay down on your own?
But I mean, yeah, they'll look at you like that. But
Like, damn.
but like me, this is a
It's-
great spot to play a defensive shot where Jason's still gonna have to hit his 7 ball and try to block. See,
Wow.
you open that up, there you go.
Wow.
See, that's the reason why
Why?
it's a risky offensive shot, and that's why the 7 ball went into the side. Now you're leaving a 7 with a straight-on shot in the pocket. Now Dave's looking at it like, oh, well, I should have played defense.
But, I mean, that hit on the 8 should have been like a tender shot, like
Oh,
soft,
yeah, it should have
like,
been soft.
like a
But-
lag, like almost showing like a lag. You
Yeah,
know, that's
but
how much speed it should have
but
been.
I said he tried to use the 7 to make the 8, but
That's
yeah,
it's devastating.
yep.
Devastating.
So now it's 1-1.
Wow.
You know, Jason with the break now. But like I said, me personally, I would have played the 8 into the rail and left it there because it would have been close to the pocket. And Jason would have had to hit his 7 or give you ball in hand. So if he gives you ball in hand, all you have to do is put the cue ball in the corner pocket, hit the 8 ball into the 7, leave the cue ball behind the 8, and he still has to kick at his 7 and everything. And then if he misses, you get ball in hand. Now you have a straight shot in the with the 8. You played 2 defensive shots. You would have had he could have won that match instead of leaving it to chance where it's a low percentage shot. I would say that was like maybe a 20% shot and everything. Here's Jason with a nice break. Sinks 2 balls. Looks like he made 1 and 1. Yeah, he made 1 and 1. And the 8 ball's all the way up table. Looks like he's heading down to hit the 10 ball at this moment. He made the 10. And if you're wondering what's going on table 3, Matt's a 7, Carolyn is a 4. She needs 1 more rack to win because it was a 5-2 race. And so that just puts Carolyn on the hill after she just made the 8 ball. That's ball in hand. Dave did not hit a rail. So now Jason is eyeing up his shots. I think Marco fell off a bridge somewhere. I haven't seen him back in a while. I haven't even seen him in the building, so if anyone was wondering where Marco's at. Switch headphones. Our man cut off the wrong mic. George is coming back on.
All right, Brian. So, yeah, a little technicality, but hey, I'm back here.
Yeah, you cut his mic off instead of yours.
That's all right,
It's all
man.
good.
But I was gonna actually say, hey, Brian, it's been a pleasure to join. You know, the scene
APA,
with you,
the family of APA,
Definitely,
Bergen
man.
County.
being a part of it today, and then coming out here and just showing showing
Unity.
you some good
That's
time.
it.
Unity, definitely, Brian. So I appreciate the time. I'm going to step out now and head home so I can go to work tomorrow.
I feel you. I got to be up at work at 6, so I'm right there with you.
All right, Brian. Well, thank you for everything, all right?
Definitely.
Have fun enjoying the rest of the match.
All right, you too. So I'm left up here commentating by myself at this moment, but Jason is here.
Check 1, 2. Hey. All right. Well, wait a minute. We got 3 mics.
Upstate's back on, so I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
So Dave has solids here.
Dave has solids.
Yep.
Dave's in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah, he is.
But, it's workable. You got to be a mechanic to get in and out, just like taking apart an engine. Pick apart one ball at a time.
Exactly, which he's doing right here.
Now, I understand if Jason is the other guy, right?
Yep, Jason's the other
If
guy.
he wins this set, it's just about over. It's over or something.
Yeah, if he gets to if he wins 2-1, it's over.
Watch out, there's a hole there. It's been there for about 50,000 years.
Apparently, yes, it has.
Jason with ball in hand on the 13.
And he has a nice, easy out here. He can put a 13 ball in the corner with a little drawback, or he can put a 11 in the side.
Is that the 13 or the 11? 13.
13. Sorry about that, folks.
A little bit of draw. Don't get hooked up behind the 2. Make sure you draw it out. And you watch your speed. You'll be firing it down the long side now.
Nope. Now he's going to have to probably put it in the side.
No, just roll up. Get the 8 to the rail and roll up. That's all right there. Boom.
Yep.
Called check. Not mate yet, but it is definitely put in check if you're playing a game of chess.
Hell yeah.
I would have to say that this gentleman's going to hit one of his balls. It's the only balls left on the table. But I've seen weird things happen where the cue ball finds a window and don't hit anything.
Oh, yes. It happens to me a lot. And I have my opponents baffled.
You got a closet full of those, huh?
Oh, yes, I do.
Me too.
I have my opponents baffled sometimes when there's every ball on the table and I miss every last one of them.
All right. You don't have to call anything. You can just bang them 9,000 miles an hour.
That's it. As long as you hit it. That's not bad. Still puts him on a tough cut here, but
That's
very makeable.
It's a blind pocket, just a little bit. He should make it. The cue ball stays way up here by the first diamond on the short rail.
Yes, it does.
Just in case he does miss. Nice and easy. There you go.
There it is.
All right, and Jason is playing for
tight racks. So tight racks now leading 2-1. It's a race to 3 for these gentlemen. And I caught everyone up on the other match. Right now, Banks for Nothing's up 4-2. Matt's on the table for Black on the Rocks. Carolyn's on the table for Banks for Nothing. Carolyn needs 1 rack to Jason's 4 at this moment. Matt's 4. Matt just
we want to thank Simonis Cloth. Every table in here is covered with Simonis, and we are rolling with the best Aramith balls.
Yes, we are.
Here we go. We're going into rack number 4.
Yes,
Jason set the break. Keep your eye on that 2 ball going towards the left side pocket. If he hits it square. No, he didn't hit it square. He hit the second ball.
Hit the second ball, trying to make that 8 ball.
Yeah, get the 8 ball moving.
But not like the last one. He had it nicely moving, and it came up all the way to the top pocket.
All right, Jason made stripes. It's take what you make. And from where he's at, not that easy. The 14 threads the needle between the 7 and 11, though.
Yeah, it does. And it makes it bigger, too. If he over cuts it, it can go off on his other ball down there as well. His 12 ball down there.
Yeah, the 15 way down there.
There
Nice shot. Now, if you left a little window for the 14, that's good, too. But make sure you draw out of this or stop it for the 10 ball or the 12 ball that's sitting above the 1 in the bottom left-hand corner.
Exactly.
Or draw back for the 9-15 down the upper right-hand corner. He elected to play this, looks like the 10 ball, yeah?
Yep, 10 ball in the corner pocket.
If the 13 skirts by the 3, he's sitting okay.
I don't think it does, actually. I think it's still...
If it doesn't, then he has to just play the cue ball up and down the table. He has an alley. They call it Sally in the alley. It goes right between the 4-6.
Yes, it does.
Watch him. He might be a little straighter than what I see. Oh, cue ball. That doesn't...
Ooh.
That ball...
Ooh,
Just
breaks.
a cliffhanger, starring Sylvester Stallone. All right, well, these guys got to get moving over here. We've been in this match for quite a while now. Let's see, an hour and then about 2.5 hours, I would say.
Yeah, they're coming up on sudden death soon. They got like an hour and a half approximately for sudden death.
I won't be here for the 9 ball, Mark Lombardi, but I'll be here for the next 8 ball. I'll be at the World Pool Series next weekend. I think there's about 48 or 58 professionals coming from around the world.
That's awesome.
It's going to be a big tournament at Steinway Billiards. I guess the 13 does scoop by the 3. That's what he's looking at.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to do. You want to clear the, one side of the table to the other, and that's a troublesome ball.
Yeah, and if he made that, he left himself nicely for his 9 ball.
Yeah. Even though I wouldn't play the 9 in that position, I would definitely cut the 15 in.
Yeah, exactly.
Then take the 9.
Dave looks like he's going to play the 1 ball. But if the 7 goes by, I'd probably play the 7 first. I mean, sorry, rephrase that. That's a 6. Oh, wow, he's trying to slice that down. I don't know if I would have went that way.
I think he should have played the 1 in that position or the 6 ball.
Yeah, I probably would have played the 6 first because it would have came off the bottom rail to come back up for the 1 ball.
Shot. He blasted the 15 out of there. I like that shot.
Yeah.
Get it out in the open.
Yep. Dave.
Thanks, buddy.
You. So now he has a long shot here to take the 10 ball into the corner. And I believe the 15 does skirt by his 13 without a problem.
He's got to worry about this 8 ball. You definitely want to play a nice angle on the last ball he's going to leave so that you can go down there and at least move the 8.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know now. It's going to be hard to get back down there for the 8 because the 3 ball's sitting there. He's going to come off his 15 and definitely hit the 3 ball, so it's going to slow down the momentum.
He's got to look out he doesn't get trapped up behind the 1-6 here. No, he's not hitting hard. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't even try to make it. And on table 3, Matt just went up 2 games to 1. Matt needs 3 more to Carolyn's 1 match. Oof.
Shot.
Yep. So that's what I was somewhat afraid of, trying to get that push off of it, and the 3 ball slows down the momentum.
He can roll this past the 7 and just lay it back there. But,
Yeah, exactly.
The player, what's his name, Keith?
Jason.
The other player.
Dave.
Dave is smart enough to play him safe. So if Jason rolls this towards that right-hand corner,
Yeah.
Dave is smart enough to play his balls safe. So this is going to be hard for Jason to win this one. But Jason needs what, one game? Is he on the hill or what's the race to here? I don't even know.
It's a 5-4 race.
Okay,
Jason
so
needs
he needs
5.
all right.
And
Okay, gotcha.
So right now it's a 3-3 race.
Gotcha. Just don't hit it that hard. You want to leave it in the open. If he catches the outside corner on here, I don't think it falls. I think it sits on the shelf.
Yeah, it might rattle, but if he hits it soft enough, it might just go. Nope, he hit the outside of the corner, and it sat there.
And Dave's probably going to play a little safety here, maybe just hide him behind the 7. Even if the 7's frozen, you just roll up on it, hit the 7, then the rail with the cue ball.
Yeah, I think the 7 actually goes by. Yeah, but if he hits it a little hard, he can use the 8 ball to push the 7 in as well and move the 8 ball to the bottom rail.
Right, moving the 8 ball to the bottom rail is more important than using it.
Yeah, exactly.
Thomas DeVito says if anyone has just joined the stream, if Jason wins mathematically, it's over. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Gotcha.
Any scenario that they put up there, he can't let Jason get anywhere near winning to have at least somewhat of a probability of winning here.
Well, right now he's got his hands full. The only thing he can do is actually, I don't think he can finesse the cue ball to hold for the 1 ball in the left side pocket, left corner pocket. Oh, what is he doing here?
He's trying to defense here. He's trying to put the cue ball behind the 6. I don't know if he has a small window there.
I'm kicking this long rail.
Yeah.
Come down to the short rail right at the bottom of the monitor and go after the 8.
Yeah, that or you can come off the side rail for it as well.
Yeah, you could do that too, but the chances of pocketing are better coming off of the short rail. Why would he put a ball in front of it now?
I don't know
that goes.
what
that 6 goes.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking there, but he may be thinking, all right, Dave still has to run 5 balls to win on him. Well, I think he might have been trying to put the 6 ball on top of the 8.
Hey, Tony, I haven't heard anything back from the Invitational. I don't know what the date is of the Invitational is, but I'll be here the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, somewhere in that area. So I'm not sure about that Invitational. Nobody got back to me yet. If it's a different date, like next week or the week after the next, yeah, then I might have some time to do it. It's the 30th.
See, that's not a bad play.
I'll be good with that, Tony. Those dates I'll be good with. I'm just waiting for the confirmation. They give me the confirmation, I'll be there. Let Rick Shellhouse know.
See, I don't know about that play. He still leaves the 8 ball wide open.
I won't be live streaming the 9 ball next weekend, Thomas. I'll be in the city.
Anthony's coming down to watch this hit.
He's playing the 8 ball.
He's playing the 8 ball, but
6 ball's close.
Yeah, it is.
It's good to get somebody out there neutral to watch it, so there's no conflict. I mean, these guys are friends. They know each other. They play against each other all the time.
Good hit. Good hit. I think he hit it a little too soft. The table took the cue ball for a little run. That's why I was telling everyone earlier that you're at the mercy of the table, not the mercy of the person. Dave's asking for a timeout here. Sorry, folks, if you're waiting for Marco to come back, but I think he fell off a cliff or he fell asleep somewhere.
That's how I roll. Aramis.
I think we all roll that way, Al.
Yeah, Aramis. Well, they got a lot of different balls that are made by different companies.
Yeah.
I love Aramis. It's a couple of safeties here, but the way he's going here is not going to be safe.
No, I played a 6 right now
He might even scratch off this 5 ball.
in the side pocket. Nope, way off. I wouldn't even. Mark Holmes said he would have hit it and went the other way, but I think I would have played the 6, just tapped the 6 and played a cue ball behind the 6. You know, at least then if you get ball in hand, you can actually plow that 8 ball out of that pocket.
3.
Yep, now it's a 3-1. Jason's up 3-1. He needs 2 to Dave's 3 now.
I would have to say that tight rack is looking pretty sporty right here in this position.
Yeah, they are.
And for you guys at home, you know, we're actually here to do the main table, which is the finals right in front of us. But what I'll do, since I'm already up, I'll take some of the cameras, a couple of the cameras that I only have, and I'll switch them over so that you guys at home can enjoy some of your friends playing in the other finals on table 3. But don't count me being in the booth. Upstate's kind of ragged right now. Wow, that 8 ball was cruising for a bruising.
Yep, and the cue ball had to come back and touch it.
But I'll stay awake to let you guys enjoy that other finals, and maybe we can keep you up to date with the score, but verbally, or maybe somebody will sit in and keep the score update for you. It's the least I can do.
Yeah, right now Matt's up 2 racks to 1, but Carolyn's on the hill.
I want to say hello to my man Paulie on the West Coast, one of the best sports bettor in the world. What's up, Paulie? When are you coming into town, pal? Maybe for the World Pool Series next weekend, we'll see you. All right. We do get lackadaisy. He kind of went down there and one-stroked it.
Mm-hmm. That happens to the best of us.
Oh, you can see table 3. Well, I'll bring the camera over more and zoom in so you get a better idea of the table. It's Brian.
Gambert.
No, this is
Brian up there.
Yeah.
Oh, look who's showing back up. Marco's came back to the table.
You think you're banned from the east of Mississippi. All right. Since he wants that pocket, give it to him. You got solids. There's nothing over in that area right now, so let's get rid of that solid ball right away. Jason is on a tear.
Yep.
This is a difficult shot straight up the rail like
Yeah.
this. Nicely done.
Nicely done. Leaves himself a nice little shot on the 2 ball here in the corner. There you go.
Sometimes when you start beating on somebody and their back's against the wall, kind of kickstarts their bicycle and they get to pedaling. Sort of like this gentleman's doing here. He's letting his stroke out now because he's down.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So he's full punch. He's like, I got to do it now or else I'm not going to do it. He's down 3-1. He doesn't want to let Jason get on the hill.
Nope.
So he's going to fire everything that he can. And sometimes that comes back to bite you because you're overdoing and you're trying harder than what you normally do and you throw yourself out of whack on tilt.
Exactly.
But he's shooting pretty good right now.
I might have went the other way with this.
Bravo. How's the speed? Perfect.
Yep. I'm just looking at the 8-ball going into that corner. It's a small pocket with the.
He can play it in the other side pocket. He can roll forward and play it in the other side pocket. There's more pockets than one.
Oh yeah, I see that now. He can roll down and get it in to the other side. I thought even slow rolling this to put it in the other corner. That's what I was looking at. See, that's what he was looking at too.
Well, if it goes there, that's okay too.
Yeah, but it just gives you a smaller window with that that other strike ball sitting in the pocket
it does,
that.
But sometimes that ball will help you make it too.
Exactly.
Uh-oh. See?
Overconfident.
Well, what happened was he was in full punch. He was going one ball after another. Danny hesitating said, well, I got to think about this one. Thought process might have threw him off a little bit. He was in full punch.
Yep.
Uh-oh. That 8-ball's cruising.
Oof.
Believe it or not, that worked out good for Jason.
Yeah, it did.
All he has to do is play to 9, a little left-hand English, spin to the lower rail, play to 10 in the same pocket, draw back for the 11 in the corner, and the 8-ball lies there.
Yeah, it does.
Well, he didn't put any English on it, but he got by to 10. He's looking pretty sporty.
Yeah, he's going to go up table with this.
He's about to approach the hill. Just don't let this cue ball run on you.
No, all he has to do
Stroke
is,
it.
Yep.
Nice shot.
All he has to do is make this. Doesn't matter where the cue ball lands. He's going to have this easy 8-ball shot in the corner. He can even bring the cue ball all the way back down table, and he's fine.
Shot. Wow, he's going to the hill. Got to
Yes,
give
he
him credit
is.
where credit is due.
That's it.
To the hill.
To the hell it is. And Matt on table 3, he's up 3 games to 1 at this moment. He needs 2, and Carolyn needs 1.
Check.
Hello, Marco. How we doing? How was your vacation?
It wasn't bad.
Your vacation was good?
Yeah, I could use a couple of minutes to myself over there. No, I got one of my friends is here, but she's being entertained at the bar, so I'll come down and check it out. Where are we at here? This is a big battle right here. You got action.
Jason's on the hill.
We got action.
Dave needs 3.
Dave needs 3. Jason's on the hill. Wow.
Yep. And then on table 3, Carolyn's on the hill, and Matt needs 2.
Good.
Okay.
All right, the Three Stooges, Mo, Larry, and Curly. We're here. What's the wise guys?
Yeah, look. He got big action over there, too. On table 3, Matt D'Erico's playing over there.
Yeah, and he
plays.
lost his first rack and put her on the hill.
What, did he really?
Yeah, she's a 4, and
he plays so good.
yeah, he does.
Oh my God, he played me one day, and I tell you, he beat me so bad I couldn't shoot pool for a week.
Isn't that like half of your games?
Listen, you gotta keep talking all that trash. You gotta have to get a stick pretty soon. Oh, that was enough for you, huh?
It was enough. I can't take 2 more weeks of Vegas.
Why not?
Vegas is tough, man. I was out there. I was there in Vegas for 5 days. I almost died on the 4th day.
We were there for 2 weeks.
I can't imagine being there for 2 weeks. No way.
I would have had a ball. I was only out there for a week. I still had a ball.
Well, trust me, we had fun, but the last 3 days was like, okay, what do we do now?
Yeah.
We had experienced everything. Now we're a little bored.
Yeah.
Wow, tight rack is in a really good spot here.
Well, 6 ball in the corner if he wants to start with that, or the 5 in the side if he can see it.
Yep.
2 ball also goes in the corner pocket.
Yeah, he's trying to look down at going down for the 6. I mean the 7 down there, but oh wow, he got by. Doesn't matter.
That's okay. Just come on. We're gonna have Simona come on the live stream and
Yeah,
talk
Simona's
for a
coming
while.
on. Come
Come on.
She's running away.
I
She's
know.
running away.
She's not going anywhere. You could watch both of them.
We watch both and we can call both matches.
Yes, you can. She can.
You guys always to this. No, don't.
Yes, yes. All right, Simona's coming on.
Really don't.
You're gonna do great.
She's the captain of Bye Felicia.
She's the captain of like 17 teams. She
know.
plays on more teams than I think anybody that I know right now.
That's
With the
not true.
the exception
I've
of
only
Dave
4
Fiducia.
teams.
4. It's like, it's as
4.
many as I play on it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I think actually Mike Strasburg plays on more teams than most people in here.
People are commenting and
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
keep it at that. I played on, at one point I had like 7 teams. I was playing Sunday, I had 2 teams. I had a team on Monday, I had a team on Tuesday. I had a team in a different league in a different county, and then I had a team in Bergen County. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A team on Thursday. I had 7 teams. I was playing 5 days a week just in the league.
I know that. We all know that.
I was.
So you can't
crazy.
talk about other people.
I said I was playing on a lot of different teams, but I needed a break, man. It was just too much. And then practicing on Friday and playing in the King of the Castle here on Saturdays. I was playing pool 7 days a week.
Hi, Fiducia.
Is Dave watching the stream right now?
I
I'm
guess.
assuming that he is. Oh, Dave said I have 8 teams. All right.
8.
See, stop lying to people.
Guinness Book of Record.
So table 3, Matt and Carolyn are both on the hill now. So if anyone's watching
Who's that? You
that
said
table
Caroline
as well.
and Matt?
Yeah,
That's
Matt
the
and
table.
Carolyn, yeah.
Wow. I mean, just
Is that Scotch on the Rocks?
Scotch on the Rocks
Yeah.
is Matt, and Banks for Nothing is Carolyn. Carolyn's the captain over there. So, but like Marco was saying, Matt is a very tough out if anyone's ever played him.
kid plays like lights out, man.
Yeah.
Lights out. I'm telling you, he beat me so bad I didn't want to pick up a cue for 3 days.
Most people do.
Not
See,
you.
I say the same thing, and he
Listen,
keeps talking crap over here.
I guess you guys should all get your sticks. There's a table in the corner. When we're done with this, we can play. We can put some adult beverages on the line. All
Let's
right?
go.
And you guys
Yeah.
can give me weight because you guys are all better than me.
That's a
All right,
lie.
let's go.
You're
All
probably
right.
a higher rank than I am right now.
But you said that you're better than me, so I mean.
Oh, I know I'm better
Nobody-
than you.
Nobody said we're better
He said
better
that
than
he was
you.
better. He said he
Just
he
a lot
said
of
I know.
people beat you to the point where
Oh.
you should leave your cue.
Oh, I
That's all I'm
should.
saying.
Okay, you can play me anytime you want. You know you got me.
Anyway, it's about the game. It's not.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Right. Let's focus on the game.
You seem to want to talk about beating me, so. Yes,
No.
Iggy, 10 days a week. That's almost as much as you play.
I don't see him more. I don't see Iggy here that much like I see you.
Well, he's already really good. He doesn't need any more practice. Look at this shot right here. This
Oh,
is
wow.
What a
Nice.
Oof.
wow.
Nice save.
See, he plays a good save there, and he frees up his
His ball.
ball there, so he can get a ball in hand.
And he just puts it behind it and
Yeah.
plays it right in the side pocket.
You know,
That or even in the left top hand corner. Looks like Matt just ran the rack over there. He's playing the 8 ball in the top left hand corner.
yeah. If he drops that 8-ball in there, that's a break and run. Sir.
Yes, it is. There it is. So that puts Matt at 5. So he wins the match there, 2-1. So that helps them get back into the match. So Black on the Rocks have 4. Banks for Nothing has 5, and they're going into their 4th match.
Yeah, but Caroline winning one game there is
hurts
huge.
them.
It's huge.
Yeah,
huge.
it is.
Huge. Because not only did they lose the 1 point, but her team gains a point. So
Exactly.
You know, it could have been a 3-0 shift. Excuse me. Instead of being 3-0, though, it was it's a 2-1. You know,
it's a 2-1.
You get a point. Your team loses a point, and the other team gains a point.
Exactly.
You know,
I mean, that's why I tell my teammates all the time. If you lose 2-1, it's not a big deal because you really didn't lose. You're only down by 1 point now.
Yeah.
So it's still a victory if you look at it. When you go down 3-0 or 2-0, then that's where you're looking at your opponents being up on you now.
You're absolutely right. I mean, you know what? And that comes down to just having a good captain.
Exactly.
You know, and you guys putting up the right way. And, you know, I mean, when you get somebody like Simona, for example, who's had you had 2 teams last year go to Vegas?
Yes.
One for 8-ball and one for 9-ball?
Yes, they did. We were right there with them.
Yes. Yes, and we had a blast, too.
Yeah,
so.
we did have a good time. The pool was great, too.
It
we had a blast in the pool.
But it goes to show that if you have good, like the team itself, like the way your team like works together, if the team just everybody gels. You know?
But I found that I've played in multiple counties. I played in Union County before. I played in New York in the Upper West Side. I played in the Lower East Side divisions and everything. But the Bergen County teams and everything, it's not. There's nothing like it. It's like it's all family. We all get along and with. You know, we don't play by Felicia or anything unless we're. Nope, that's it. Game's over.
Wow, that's it. They're done.
That's
it.
It's over.
Happy Bastards are going to Vegas.
Yep. Nope.
No.